Well, JRB here turns the world, and Rob now with 2 pair. So 4-5 turns 2 pair. JRB here with 8-6 of hearts, and Charles with Jack-9 hearts. 2 combo draws. Charles here with the gut shot to the 10 hearts. JRB with the gut shot to the 7 hearts. Rob with 2 pair.
The level of play in these games for the stakes that we're playing is pretty surprising. I would say it's about the equivalent of maybe a live 1-3 game at a big property here in Vegas.
Yeah, so one of the cool features for the games in WPT Global is that they limit the number of professional players to 2 per table. So you can hop in there and expect a very fair and beatable lineup.
I think I'm up about 20,000 in the cash games the last 3 days or so.
Fun cash games, can't really overstate it.
Chips are 5K and those purples are 25K. If you see gray ones, those are 500 each. Blinds are $500, 1,000 with a 2,000 big blind ante.
Shuttle raise, yeah?
Bart Hansen alongside me in the booth.
How often have we seen straddles on here tonight so far?
Not often.
Not often.
Not often at all.
So we got a straddle pot here, though.
Yeah, it's been a sporadic thing. So 3-bet from Rob. Brandon calls. 7-6-5. 1 club out there. Brandon with a pair of 4s, so he does have a straight draw to go along with what is the best hand right now. Backdoor clubs. So Rob now can win this with a king, a jack, a club, or he can just get Brandon to fold.
Yeah, Brandon, I mean, he's open-ended here. I would be surprised if he doesn't continue. It just will be interesting if he calls and then we just see it break out what's going to happen at the end.
Well, he is not just calling. He's decided to raise. And when you pick up a draw on the turn and then you get raised, it certainly becomes interesting. Action back over to Rob Young. It's 72,000 to call. You got 198 in the pot.
Well, if you
Take
think
it in, please. Take the 35 in.
if he thinks Brandon has a straight and not a set, he needs to make about 4-1. He's getting almost 3-1 in the pot, so he only really needs to make a little bit more. Of course, if Brandon has a set, some of his club outs might not be good. It's an interesting little spot because for Brandon, I mean, I think the reason why maybe he raised was he thought that Rob maybe might check back some 1-pair hands that he might be able to get him off of now. Definitely, it's a play that I wasn't really expecting, but I can see the merit from for the check raise here from Brandon. I mean, he's semi-bluffing.
Rob Young in the black. Brandon to his right, our left on the left side of your screen. And it is 72,000 back over to Rob Young. And he's going to let it go.
Wow, that is, boy, that is a, let's say, obviously we can see the cards. That is a tight fold. I mean, obviously if he doesn't think his overcards are good. But if Brandon did flop a straight though, and all your outs are good, I mean, if you were to hit that club, you really only need to make a little bit at the end.
Well, I mean, I was hoping that this would go 15, 18 hours. You know?
You don't need to sleep?
Nah.
Yeah, sleep's overrated.
You sleep when you're dead. Yeah, Keating said that in the beginning of when he was interviewed, he said, "You got me till 1 p.m. Don't anticipate the game going on that long, but it could go on pretty long. Charles with jacks. Keating 3-betting with 7 deuce.
There's only a few guys that will drive the actual schedule of the game. Keating is one of them. Mickey is another guy too. So who knows? We could be here all night.
Yeah, in fact, you've done that.
Yeah. Well, I had to leave at the last. I had to catch a flight.
Catch a flight, right.
Yeah.
Keating bets 20,000. Charles calls. Keating has very little equity right now, looking for an 8 or a 4. Well, 7 gives him equity as well.
Yeah, we're not playing like 7 deuce bounty. He's
playing by himself.
Yeah, he's just coming out of his shell and decides to.
Nobody's playing the 7 deuce game except him. I respect that. And he's barreling off. Charles is not the type to make
43,000.
big laydowns, and he's going to very quickly make the call. $170,000 in the pot. Keating looking for another 7 or deuce, or can he somehow get Charles to fold?
That's really interesting here because Keating's really in between here. Like, it's probably unlikely that he could ever check back and win. So does he want to use this king as a barrel card? Obviously, if he knew that Charles just had jacks, then he probably would. And
is the fear here that you think Charles has a queen and is not folding?
Well, I mean, the only thing about that is that there's less of a chance that he has king-queen, right? Now that a king comes out.
Check.
Just going to
Check,
give up.
check, and jacks are good.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can almost see the pause there from Keating, like, oh, if I knew you had that.
The other thing that I find, though, is that people get really curious in those spots when someone goes bet, bet, bet. Because a lot of people won't.
Buffing.
10?
I guess that's all relative, right? At some point I was buffing, and then at some point I wasn't.
The level of play in these games for the stakes that we're playing is pretty surprising. I would say it's about the equivalent of maybe a live 1-3 game at a big property here in Vegas.
Yeah, so one of the cool features for the games in WPT Global is that they limit the number of professional players to 2 per table. So you can hop in there and expect a very fair and beatable lineup.
I think I'm up about 20,000 in the cash games the last 3 days or so.
Fun cash games, can't really overstate it.
Well, Charles here, ace king off, bringing in here for 6K. So we're playing this round of straddles, of course. So 500, 1,000, 2,000.
Good call.
2K ante.
Which one goes?
Check. I tap.
Stanley here with a little interesting one. He's got a gut shot here, an overcard backdoor diamonds, picks up diamonds. Now Charles turns a king. And this one might be where Stanley might check raise turn here. He could still have a lot of hands that he was checking over the pre-flop raiser. Charles checked back the flop. Now he's betting the turn as a king, so I think check raising turn here would be a pretty solid play. And there it is. He's going to make it 40,000 here, and this is going to put Charles in a little spot because Stanley's been defending wide out of that last blind. Although here he's in the middle blind though, and you can see he's got about 31% equity here with a gut shot to a 7 and diamonds.
Okay, just call.
Just call, quote unquote, and we're at 101,000. And the river is the jack of diamonds. So Stanley makes the backdoor diamond flush. And this is going to be interesting here for Charles when he gets bet at. $75,000. 3 plum Kobe's. Wow, a snap fold. Snap fold. Nice fold there by Charles.
I'm losing since COVID.
The only thing with Rob winning is still feel good, you know? I always want Rob to win.
Yeah, we all do.
How bad did I run in Cyprus?
Terrible. It happens. And when you get it in with aces
Against
ace king, all it.
call.
Raise it up here by Brandon. King 6 of hearts. And he's going to get multiple action here, multi-way action.
Yeah, all in three, yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Check.
Okay.
How big was the pot?
9 deuce 4 get checked around.
950.
Oh.
I lost like a few pots like that, didn't I?
Turn here is a 10. JRB here is going to bet out with a 4, and Ben and Tony G both have open-ended straight draws here with Queen Jack. And the river's a king, so we could see a big pot here, but it's going to get chopped up. 2 players here at the Stone Cold Nuts. Stone Cold Nuts. Ben here going to bet 35,000.
Raise 100 on top.
Tony G going to raise it up to 135. Ben going to do a double check. Yeah, I get the nuts. And Ben only has 495 left, so I mean, I suppose he could click it to like
200 on top.
Yeah, two. It's gonna make it 230, 335 total, and at this point, if you're either player, I think Tony G probably knows that's likely all in call.
Chop it up, chop it
Yeah.
up, chop it up, chop it up.
What a drama.
Yeah, chop it up, chop it up, chop it up.
There you go. The biggest pot in Hustler.
Yeah, we played a
That's right, they're
$1
probably
million
going crazy in the booth. They're probably going crazy. We're like, yeah, we both know what they have. Let's go.
No, I only have like less than 600.
They don't want 0.3 million.
That's right.
By technicality.
The biggest pot ever.
It was, but it don't happen that fast.
The level of play in these games for the stakes that we're playing is pretty surprising. I would say it's about the equivalent of maybe a live 1-3 game at a big property here in Vegas.
Yeah, so one of the cool features for the games in WPT Global is that they limit the number of professional players to 2 per table. So you can hop in there and expect a very fair and beatable lineup.
I think I'm up about 20,000 in the cash games the last 3 days or so.
Fun cash games, can't really overstate it.
Beat the rocks, eh?
Shout out to Dankness.
Stand-up game now?
Waiting on
I think there's like multiple ones going on right now, commenting on the show. Jacks are going around here. This time it's Ben, blank check Ben here. Who's just, I don't know how he's bled down almost $500,000. He's at 538. Everybody started with $1 million.
Yeah, he was looking tilted out of his mind last time I seen him. Veronica said she chatted with him on the way back. He was not in the mood.
Really?
To say much. Yeah,
Okay.
he was, yeah.
And Tony G picks up ace queen off, so we could see some cold 4-bet action here. Let's get it open here from Jack 9 of hearts, 3-bet call. Got cold callers, got a lot of dead money out there.
Call 14.
Yeah.
Call 14.
We got a suited connector here for Mr. Party Poker, and 4-way 72,000.
Feel that big pot energy here, Bart?
Yeah. Talk it up. King, queen, 5. Well,
Well,
gut shot here for Charles, the original raiser. Not a great flop here for Ben with jacks. Tony G here with ace queen. We're going to get checked around. Well, JRB here turns the world, and Rob now
Look
with
at that.
2 pair. So 4-5 turns 2 paired. JRB here with 8-6 of hearts. And Charles with Jack-9 hearts. 2 combo draws. Charles here with the gut shot to the 10 hearts. JRB with the gut shot to the 7 hearts. Rob with 2 pair.
What's Tony G thinking about here, Bart?
Tony G with ace-queen. I mean, he's in a tough little spot, though, because he's got the field behind him. After he got checked through, he's just going to give it up, but... Remember, Charles is the original raiser. He could possibly maybe be thinking about doing something, but the question would be, would you really, check a set on that flop? He's just going to call. Obviously, Ben's out of there, and now it's over to JRB. He's got the same considerations. He's probably going to bet anything that's big on the flop, so you probably just want to call, and we could see some pain. How about the 5 of hearts here, Joey?
3 of you.
Well, it is a 10, but that's
does make the straight.
Give Charles, the Jack-9. Front door spades. I mean, Rob, he's got 2 pair, but I don't know how much he thinks he's going to be able to extract here. And Charles was the pre-flop raiser. He checked back the flop, so you wouldn't think he would have spades, and he checks.
Charles checks. JRB's got 8 high, 177,000 in the pot. He gives up.
Yep, just going to check it through. And the straight is going to win it.
I had it.
Yep.
I think that's going to win.
That's when you take a big sigh of relief if you're JRB. Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably wasn't going to get Charles to lay that down. Obviously, Rob
Should I raise?
cold called 4-5 suited in the small blind. Put himself in a little bit of trouble once you do make a hand.